Alright. So, sorry. I was eating a bit. Game number 2, Tama versus Choosy on Bloody Ridge. Here we go. Oh man, sorry. I haven't. Uh oh, Tama! Tama, what happened? Oh no! Oh, how embarrassing. The fail split. Oh wells. But anyway, Tama will be the teal Protoss in the bottom left. Choosy, the purple Zerg in the top right. This is Neo Bloody Ridge. So, I do apologize for eating during a cast. I know that is a bit unprofessional, but I have not eaten since lunchtime, which was almost 12 hours ago. So I'm pretty hungry. Anyways, enough of my whining. Let me do the overlay. Alright, perfect. So, looks like we have a pylon at the front. Now, Tama's not doing the normal wall in here, which is to do pylon, gateway, and then forge, which is a completely tight wall in except for the one gap between your pylon and your gateway. That is the most popular wall to do on this map, because then you can actually do gateway first and do the Jangmi style gateway expand. But, I think it's going to be fine. And it looks like we have a 9 pool coming from Choosy here. Oh, I'm sorry, it's an overpool. I had to mess it up. Alright, looks like it's going to be an overpool. That's fine. Probe's going to come in here and see it. Yeah. Alright. Mr. Midget, who just made a comment about Korean casting. Don't worry, have no fear! When the new Pro League season starts, I'm going to be casting Pro League in English. It's going to be sweet. So, yeah, check that out. Gonna do a little plug for myself right there. Anyway. I'm not going to cast OSL because Nuke the Stars already does that, as well as a few other people. But I will be casting Pro League. And it looks like we're going to have a little bit of hatchery denial. But no. He will make that hatchery. Like a boss. So, to be honest, I'm a little bit surprised that... there we go. That Tama is up 1-0. I mean, you know, not to take away from Tama, but Choosy is an extremely strong Zerg player. Just an extremely strong player in general. And Tama, I mean, apparently he's BB+. I haven't seen too many of his games, so I'm not really sure. No, I'm not going to cast Pro League live. I can't do that. It's 10 AM my time and I will be working. I'll be at work. So I can't actually do that. And more importantly, so here's my thinking. I mean, I don't think there's a point to doing them live because all the hardcore people who are going to be awake at that time are going to want to watch the Korean anyway. So what I'm going to do is like a European rebroadcast of Pro League, where basically I'm going to do them the same day as they're casted, but just like at a better time. So like it's gonna be, they're gonna like, so the games that are played at 10 AM my time, I'm gonna cast in the evening my time. So it's gonna be same day, but not live. That's my plan anyway. Anyways, is this? Wait a minute, is this an expansion? Wait a minute, Choosy, are you trolling me? You gotta be kidding me. He just made 4 hatches on 16 supply. At 4 different bases. Choosy actually just went insane. He's like, I could make a gas. You know, that's reasonable. I could make a hatch at my natural. You know, that's also reasonable. But I would rather just make another base. Anyway. Probe from Tama's gonna get in here. He's gonna see a pretty late gas, and he's gonna be like, what's going on? But he's not gonna see another hatchery. So, if I was Tama right now, I'd be pretty confused. I'd be thinking to myself, you know, this looks possibly like a, like, you know, maybe a 5 hatch Hydra build because the gas is quite late. But there's no additional hatcheries in any of the bases, so it actually really doesn't make sense. So I would be really scared if I was Tama, or not scared. I'd just be really curious, like what's going on. And you know, like, it's funny because if it was anybody other than Choosy, like if this was just like a random ladder game, you might be like, oh, maybe this guy's just bad. But obviously you can't say that about Choosy. You can't just be like, oh, this guy's bad, his build order sucks. He's got to be doing something, and it looks like Tama might see it. Oh wow, Tama with great scouting. Oh man, so Tama's actually going to see this 4th base. Now, how is he going to respond to this? I don't actually know what a good response to this would be. Like maybe some kind of huge mid-game, you know, 8 gateway push or 10 gateway attack, you know, before the bases really kick in. But Choosy is going for a Hydra Den, so he's going to be kind of going for like a 4-hatch Hydra-ish build, except that the 4th hatchery is clearly at a 4th base. Hey, that makes sense. By the way, Tama's got the gateway and forge backwards. Usually you're supposed to do forge on the left, gateway on the right, because I don't think this is tight actually. But I guess we'll see. Anyway. Hydra speed is about to finish. And I think Choosy is just going to go for a lot of Hydralisks. Yeah, nothing fancy from Tama. He's going to go scout around with one Corsair. But I mean, he already knows more or less what's coming, so yeah, I don't really know what his response is going to be. Choosy looks like he's going to be aggressive with these Hydras. I don't know if that's a good idea. He's also going for a lair. I mean, in my opinion, he's got a fast 4 bases. He doesn't need to be aggressive, because if he just like sits around all day and Tama doesn't do anything about it, then he's gonna be in a good position. So, you know, you don't really need to attack. And more importantly, since you went for kind of a greedy-ish build, you're gonna be a little bit weaker than your opponent. However, it looks like Choosy is moving in here with a decent number of Hydras, and is gonna be able to pick off this forge because Tama's cannons are actually really far back from his wall. Usually, you only make them 1 hex back, so they should be like here, which is fine. But I think he actually made them too far back. And is Tama just gonna lose to these Hydras? Oh man, this could be really bad. Choosy gonna hit a nice timing, but it looks like I don't think he'll be able to kill him. He might be able to pick off the forge. If he picks off this forge for +1 finishes, that'll actually be really, really crucial. Meanwhile, another hatchery being made, +1 range attack being upgraded for Choosy, and indeed he did get that. Oh man, he actually got the forge before +1 finished. Wow. Wow, so Tama does not get his +1. He's rebuilding a forge here, adding 2 more gateways. He's getting Psionic Storm. Looks like he has speed, and looks like he's going to go and try to surround these Hydras, but more Hydras are coming in from the back, and I don't think that's going to work. I think, well, actually, no. Choosy, does he have enough Hydras? I think he barely has enough. He just has to micro properly against these Zealots, and he should be fine. Looks like Tama going to lose all these units, and we could have a very fast game here. Choosy playing a very risky build, and actually just killing Tama outright here. And, the probes are off! The probes are off, the Zealots are going down, the cannons, are they going to be enough, I think? Oh man, the probes, he has to block the cannons, 1 more Zealot coming out, but there's only 2 cannons in the back, so many Hydras, he's trying to rebuild as well. 1 cannon goes down, 2 cannons go down, it looks like Choosy's going to take the game number 2 here, with a very nicely timed Hydralisk attack. All the probes being pulled from the natural. He's making 3 emergency DTs, but there's an Overlord nearby. I don't know if Choosy has Overlord speed just yet. No, it looks like Overlord speed is not quite finished, but there is an Overlord very, very close by, and Choosy is just going to back up a little bit here. I think he senses that there's going to be some DTs coming out here. I mean, that would be the standard response from the Protoss. And it looks like he's just going to right-click the Nexus. The Nexus, I think, is going to go down. Notice he's going to back up. The Overlord is very, very close, and it looks like the Overlord is in range, and the DTs are visible now. So Tama is definitely going to lose his natural. Meanwhile, in Choosy's base, he has gotten his Spire up. I mean, he is doing just fine right now, flooding in more Hydras into Tama's base. Tama has lost his natural. He's not giving up just yet, though. I mean, he's up 1-0 in the series, but, you know, I wouldn't want to go to a Game 3 against someone like Choosy. But at this point, I don't really think there's anything that he can do. He's down to 56 supply against 71. This Hydra is just pouring into his base. He's just massing Zealots here, just trying to make more gateways. But, wow, he's actually making a ton of gateways, but he's actually supply blocked right now, 58 to 57. going to get even more supply blocks, so he can't even make any more units. And it looks like he's going to go in right now. He's going to try and get us around. He is going to get us around. Very nice surround on the Hydralisks, but is it enough? I don't know. The DTs are going to do massive amounts of damage, but so many Hydralisks just pouring in here. I don't think it's going to be enough. The DT's doing a nice job, but it's just not enough. And Tama is going to have to GG out of the game. Go Longinus! Ladies and gentlemen, Tama, the Protoss player, has actually selected Longinus against the Zerg. Oh wait, no, that makes sense. What am I talking about? Longinus is a good map for PvZ. LOL, I'm so dumb. Wow, I don't know how I... Man, that was like... That was almost as bad as being like, hey, Protoss just chose Central Plains. That seems like a bad idea. No, it's not a bad idea. It's an excellent idea. It's a good map. So, yeah, let's go into the next game. Which I will await for the replay from Awa. Hint, hint. Wink, wink. Nudge, nudge. Awa? Awa? No? Okay. I'm all on my own. My lovely organizer has deserted me. Oh, no, he's back. He's back. He's back. We can have a game 3, guys. We can have a game 3. It's very exciting. Alright, I have a game. Ladies and gentlemen, we have